Hi everyone, it's Miss Freak again. I hope you remember my video from July when I was talking from the blackberry patch, and one of my questions was how do I get electricity back out here to manage this part of the backyard so I could water things and make plants thrive. And now it is October and we have made some progress. So let me show you what we have done. We put in a well. So you can see the well head right there, that gray thing on top of that white thing sticking up from the ground. And there's a spigot right here where you can get water out of. And there is a well pump buried under the ground that pumps that water out from under the ground to the spigot. And that well pump operates on 240 volts AC voltage. And so the question is, how do we make that happen? How do we get 240 volts across that well pump so that we can, use the water? And right now, our solution, our temporary solution, is to use a generator. It's an AC generator. So as you know, a generator turns movement into electricity, and a generator, just like a wind turbine, has a rotating part. And so the movement of that rotating part is that movement that will get turned into electricity. But what moves the rotating part is different. For a wind turbine, it would be the wind turning it, but for the generator, unfortunately, it is burning gasoline turning it. So that's why we're trying not to use it too much. We use it when we have to. And so where do I hook up my generator? We built this stand for the panel here, electric panel, and there's a place to connect the generator right here. And there's also a circuit breaker that will turn off the source, which in our case right now is a generator, if the current exceeds 30 amps. And so it's a good question to ask, how do you know how much current will flow through the source? And that's one of the questions that we aim to answer this week. Okay. Another question that we aim to answer this week is, how do you know that whatever you want to run, whatever loads you want to run on the circuit will have the right amount of voltage? That is another important need to know that we're going to be answering this week. One more thing I wanted to show you here. Notice the ground wire. We were talking about grounding earlier, way back when we did the sticky tape lab, and you remember you were grounding the sticky tape lab with the faucet in the classroom. So you cannot do grounding with casual things like the faucet or your body when it comes to appliances, because any currents flowing through your body would be very dangerous and can harm you. So that is why you have that third prong on your appliances, which leads to the ground. And in this case, this wire leads to the ground, this copper wire. What it does, it leads any excess electricity, any electricity from where there isn't supposed to be electricity, such as the casing, that should not have electricity. So it leads any unwanted electricity to the ground and spreads it over a large body of conductive object, which in this case is the underground part of the earth. And another purpose of the grounding is to set a reference for voltage. So I want to talk a little bit about down the road. Like, we don't want to use the generator and burn gasoline forever. So we're looking into installing many of these solar panels and run the well as well as things off of the solar panels instead of generator. And the solar panels, however, produce DC voltage. They provide DC voltage, which then needs to be turned into AC voltage. And so we need, and what we don't have yet, is called inverters. What inverters do, they take direct current electricity and turn it into alternating current electricity so that I can have the AC voltage to run my well pump off of.